Imagine a world without Google Maps. Imagine not knowing what lay beyond your own village, except through whispers and rumors. This was the world of Marco Polo, born in 1254 in the bustling city of Venice. Marco's father and uncle were merchants, adventurers who brought back exotic goods and tales from distant lands. When Marco was 17, his father and uncle returned from the east, their eyes sparkling with stories of a powerful ruler named Kublai Khan. Kublai Khan ruled a vast empire far larger than any in Europe. He was curious about the West and eager to welcome visitors. Intrigued by his father's stories, young Marco yearned to see these wonders for himself. He longed to experience the thrill of the unknown, to travel to the edge of the world and back. Little did he know, his journey would change the course of history. In 1271, Marco Polo, barely a man, embarked on the greatest adventure of his life. With his father and uncle as guides, he set sail from Venice, leaving behind the familiar canals and bustling markets. Their destination, the court of Kublai Khan in faraway Cathay or China. Their journey was long and perilous. They sailed across the Mediterranean Sea, past the Holy Land, and into the bustling ports of the Middle East. They braved scorching deserts and climbed treacherous mountains, their caravan winding its way along the ancient Silk Road. The Polos journeyed for months, crossing Persia, a land of bustling bazaars and magnificent mosques. They marveled at the carpets, spices and jewels traded in its cities. They then faced the daunting Pamirs Mountains, a towering range known as the roof of the world. The thin air made breathing difficult. Snow and ice threatened to bury their path. Yet the Polos persevered, their determination fueled by the tales of the wonders that awaited them in the east. After 3 years of arduous travel, the Polos finally reached their destination in 1274, the court of Kublai Khan. The great Khan, ruler of the Yuan dynasty, welcomed them warmly. He was impressed by Marco's intelligence and eagerness to learn. Kublai Khan's empire was vast and magnificent. It stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, encompassing diverse cultures and peoples. Marco, fluent in several languages, quickly adapted to court life and became a trusted advisor to the Khan. Section 5, Wonders of Cathay, Cities, Canals and Paper Money. Marco's travels took him to every corner of Kublai Khan's domain. He marveled at the bustling cities, larger than any he had ever seen. He described the Grand Canal, an engineering marvel that connected the empire's major waterways, facilitating trade and communication. He witnessed the use of paper money, a concept unknown in Europe at the time. He observed the Khan's efficient postal system, a network of relay stations that spanned the empire, ensuring rapid communication. Section 6, in service to the Great Khan. Marco served Kublai Khan for over 17 years, traveling throughout his empire on diplomatic missions. He governed cities, collected taxes, and reported on the customs and practices of the Khan's diverse subjects. He learned about the production of silk, the use of coal for fuel, and the cultivation of rice. He encountered exotic animals like elephants and pandas, which he described in detail in his later writings. Section 7, Tales from the Orient, Spices, Jewels and Strange Beasts. Marco's accounts of his travels were filled with tales that seemed unbelievable to Europeans at the time. He described the fiery spices of the East, the dazzling jewels mined in the mountains, and the strange creatures he encountered. He wrote of unicorns, probably rhinoceroses, dragons, perhaps Komodo dragons, and giant birds, possibly ostriches. His descriptions sparked the imaginations of Europeans, fueling their curiosity about the world beyond their own. Section 8, Homeward Bound, A Journey's End, A Legacy Begins. After nearly 2 decades in the East, the Polos yearned to return home. In 1292, Kublai Khan granted them permission to leave, entrusting them with a message for the Pope. They set sail from China laden with treasures and tales of their adventures. Their journey back to Venice was just as perilous as their outward journey. They faced storms at sea, bandits on land, and the constant threat of disease. Yet they persevered, finally reaching Venice in 1295. Section 9, Marco Polo's World, an enduring legacy of exploration. Upon his return, Marco Polo's tales of his adventures captivated Europe. His book, The Travels of Marco Polo, became a bestseller. Translated into numerous languages, it opened the eyes of Europeans to the vastness and diversity of the world beyond their borders. His descriptions of the East's riches, its advanced civilizations, and its exotic cultures inspired generations of explorers, merchants, and mapmakers. His journey helped to bridge the gap between East and West, fostering trade and cultural exchange. Marco Polo, the young adventurer from Venice, had become a legend, his name forever synonymous with exploration and the spirit of discovery.